So changing the mouse cursor in Unity is very quick and simple. First, what you're going to want to do is import the new cursor images that you want to use. For the purposes of this project, I'm going to use a 32 by 32 pixel image. Now, when these images are imported, they're going to come in as Sprite 2D and UI. You want to change that to cursor so that self-explanatory, but Unity knows that it's a cursor image. And once you've done that, you're going to need to click Apply. Then you need to go up to Edit, Project Settings, and this will open up a new window where you should see here Default Cursor, and it's currently empty, which basically signifies that the cursor is going to be the basic white Unity cursor. And in that position, you want to drag your new cursor image, and that will basically set the cursor image out of the bat. If you have the game display open on here, you can actually move in here and you'll see that it is already set there. But you can also click play and it will show up there, updated in the game. So if that's all you wanted to do, then you can basically stop watching here, but I do have something else to show you. So what I'm going to show you is how to set and change your mouse cursor whilst the game is running. So if you look at my two cursors down at the bottom, you'll see that one of them is our normal cursor that I just changed it to, and the other one is a slightly rotated to the left cursor image, which I'm going to use whenever the player holds down or clicks the left mouse button. So in order to do this, I'm going to need a new script. So I'm going to go to Create, C# script, and I'm going to call it Click Mouse. And then I'm going to go up to Create, and I'm just going to create a blank game object to stick this on. I'll just call it Mouse Manager, and I'll attach the Click Mouse script to it, and then I'll double click on the script to edit it. So we're going to get rid of the start function because we're not going to need it for this, and then at the top we're going to create two texture2D variables because that is the file type of our cursors. So we're going to call this first one normal cursor, if I can spell it correctly, normal cursor, and then clicked cursor. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm actually going to make them both public variables so that we can actually edit the variables in the editor. So what I'm trying to achieve here is to make sure that whenever the player uses the left mouse button, the cursor image changes. So to do that, we're going to have to do an if statement, if input dot mouse button 0, which is the left mouse button. So whenever the player interacts with the left mouse button, we're going to invoke the function cursor dot set cursor, and we're going to want to set it to our clicked cursor. And the hotspot will leave default, which is 0, 0, and the cursor mode will set to auto. And so to finish this off, whenever the left mouse button is not being interacted with, we want to make sure that it defaults back to our normal cursor. So if we do else, and then we can actually just copy this whole line of code and just swap clicked cursor out for normal cursor and save it. So when you go back to your project, you'll see that Click Mouse has been updated and there's a slot available for your normal cursor and your clicked cursor. So if we click this little icon here, we can set our normal cursor, and then this one next to clicked cursor, we can set our clicked cursor. So when we actually press play, you should see that whenever you left click, like when I click, it will swap between the two, and whenever I hold it down, it will stay and stick with the clicked cursor image. And that's basically it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and consider subscribing, because there will be more tutorials for various different things, and not purely tutorials. There'll be various game design sort of videos as well, so consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.